don't really know if I thought of myself as a leader when I got into coaching, because it's more about serving instead of leading. But I guess the more that I coached, the more that I realize a leader does serve whomever they're leading. So of course, if you're a leader, you have to have followers. But but I don't know. I really enjoy giving back to the sport, and I enjoy working with student athletes. And this is a good age. I think it's exciting. You all have dreams, and it's fun to be a part of that and help you get that much closer to accomplishing your goals and your dreams. Mm, I think it's just very important to stick to your values, and regardless of the situation, and then to also realize that I realized quite quickly getting into coaching that being a leader has less to do with me and more to do with the people that I'm serving. An ethical leader, I believe it means doing the right thing, even when you don't want to. That's a tough one. I mean, I think it's like anything when you're growing up, and even now, there's people that I look up to, and when you think of the reasons why you either admire, respect, or find someone inspiring, it's because they stick to certain values, and when you know those values and then you decide that those are things that are important to you as well, I think that just helps prepare you as far as being a leader. But I don't know, I read a lot. I admire my coach from college. I had some great teammates. I had some great professors. Appreciate everything that my parents had done. So it's just an accumulation of your entire life. I think the more often that you've failed in the past, actually, and then you realize that those are learning experiences, and you're going to make some bad decisions. You're going to be able to look back and decide, hey, these are things that I could have done differently, or these are things that would have helped the situation. And you just dust yourself off and you learn from those things and you move on. And so I think, no, I don't really believe that anyone is born a leader. I think there's people that certain tasks are easier, or maybe personality wise they can be more inspirational. But for the most part, all of us that are in situations where there's problem solving and critical thinking, all those things, and value-based decisions, value-based coaching, all those things depend on your experiences in the past. I feel like my coach from college was very ethical. I think she didn't treat everyone equally, because that's not really fair. But I felt like she treated everyone fairly, if that makes sense. And so, as someone that I model, I think you earn respect. You earn the way that if you are rewarded for certain behaviors and all that. She was really good about that, and then holding people accountable and holding people to being responsible, and that type of thing. So I really looked up to her, and we're in touch even now when I have decisions that I'm trying to make that I just need to bounce some ideas off. She's a good one to talk to. I think in the world of sport, there's such an emphasis on winning, and there's in our sport there's such an emphasis on shooting low scores, and so I think most coaches would probably tell you that have any experience at all. Probably the worst mistakes they've made have been, deciding to play someone that probably should have sat out because of disciplinary reasons, or just not quite as high of character, or you bring someone into your team that's really talented but doesn't quite have the values and character attributes going for them. So that's always a tough thing, because society is going to have one scorecard that's based on like your accomplishments and different things on paper, whereas as a leader I think you have to have your own scorecard that's based on your values that are important to you. Mm, well, I think I like to run our team in a way where we're all in this together, because as much as I might find things important, if I don't have buy-in behind the scenes and with the people on the team, it's not going to matter what I find important. It's almost like you're going to have this boat and you think you're moving in the right direction, but people are poking holes in it behind the scenes, and so you're going to sink. So I think it's just making sure that there's communication as a group as to what values are important to our team and to our group, and what we can buy into on a daily basis, and how we can hold each other accountable to sticking to those values. I'm I I really believe in what Mother Teresa said, that you have to be faithful in the small things, and that's where your strength lies. So as much as you have these goals as a leader and as a team, you have to set this goal and then put it to a side and focus on all the small things, and really enjoy the daily challenges and the process that goes into making your team great. And so I feel like as much as I need to be a vocal leader, that inherently I'm probably a leader by example. And so I feel like if I take care of the small things, if I pay attention to all the details, and if I come to my practices and my meetings with a good attitude, and I'm working hard, and I'm holding myself accountable to even a higher standard than everyone on the team, then that's going to encourage buy-in, and hopefully I'm leading by example. Is probably what we talk about a lot, is what I said earlier, is really think about who you admire, and then why you admire those people, and then pick 3 or 4 things of those values that you feel are most important, and stick to those values regardless of what's going on, of how you're feeling. If you can do that, you're gonna win at life, in regardless. I think just being mindful every day of like how you spend your time, what you choose to focus on, how you manage yourself, how you manage your energy, what you choose to fuel your heart, what you read, what you talk about, what you watch. All those things are going to help prepare you. And ultimately, if you think of yourself as this perfectly made machine, you want to fuel yourself with things that are going to benefit you. You would never put water in a Lamborghini. So think of it that way. So if you can, on a daily basis, make sure that you're doing things to help grow as a person, help grow as a leader, and be the change that you want to see in the world, then I think you're going to live a great life.